October of 2023, a young lady contacted me on the Nextdoor app to help a kitten whose mother was just killed by a dog in her neighborhood, and she was the last survivor of her litter. When they brought me the kitten, she was ragged and starving. I cleaned her up and started bottle feeding her aggressively. She instantly considered me her new mom. Even as a little baby, she liked to nibble and munch on my fingers, so I named her Munchie. It's a year later, and Munchie still likes to munch on my fingers and my toes and my nose. When I took Munchie in for a checkup for the SPCA a few days later, they said they were going to euthanize her because she had ringworm. I just couldn't let that happen. I knew having a kitten with ringworm was going to be a huge task because I never even dealt with ringworm before, but I knew Munchie was worth it. After disinfecting everything, we made a little enclosure for Munchie in our spare room. I gave her medicine every day. I washed her and with special shampoo and applied cream to her every day. This was in addition to feeding her and making her go potty every couple hours. It was literally a full-time job. I had to wear gloves and disinfect everything constantly. I felt bad for her because she was isolated and alone. She could not be with any of my animals. So I tried to play with her and keep you occupied with as much toys as possible. But once again, everything she came in contact with had to be disinfected. I constantly had to wash her blankets and her toys. It was exhausting, but we kept fighting for her. She lost clumps of hair, or even she had like a little tiny mohawk. But eventually the ringworm would completely clear and we could begin handling her more. Munchie was a spicy kitten from the start. She liked to give love nibbles, and during feeding time, she would throw little punches like a little boxer.
Yummy, yummy.
Damn.
Yummy,
She
yummy.
can throw some punches right there. Damn. Prize fighter right there. Look at that. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Look at that. Damn.
Munchie was the hardest foster kitten I've ever had to wean off the bottle. She did not want to eat food at all, and we tried everything. One day, I noticed she was very slow and having balancing issues. Then I saw her rolling on the floor, trying to get to her litter box because she couldn't stand. I immediately got in my Jeep, rushed her to the SPCA, and once again, the SPCA said they were going to euthanize her because her blood sugar was dangerously low, and to leave her there, and they would contact me to let me know what happened. I refused, and I told them I will just take her to my own vets. It was more important than ever to get her to eat food. She would try to bury her food I gave her. She treated it like poop. We finally found one brand of wet kitten food that she liked, but it was very expensive and hard to get, and we had to order it online in cases. Once we were sure the ringworm was gone for good, we started letting Munchie explore the house for a few hours a day, and she loved it.
What did you munch?
She loved playing with me in the living room and became very comfortable around us. She had to be on me at all times, anywhere I went in the house, just anywhere Mom went. She has an infatuation with being on my shoulder, and she still does till today.
The shit I have to deal with. Excuse me, miss. What are you doing?
Soon, we will start letting Munchie play with our other dogs and cats, and she instantly fell in love with all of them.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want.
We were also trying to get her to eat other food, and she refuses. I literally bought her 6 bags of dry food, different brands. Also, some of the cat places sent me food to try with her. She still tried to bury it, and it was like poop to her. Like literally, like bear each food.
She thinks this food is poop. She said, no thank you. She said, no thank you. It's nasty. It's caca. It's caca. Huh, Munchie? Munchie, it's good stuff.
There was still only one type of food that she would eat, which was a shredded chicken in a can. We started putting her favorite food and even chicken on top of dry cat food to try to wean her onto the dry, but she still wouldn't eat it. Munchie continued to be a feisty little kitten who always wanted to play.
Had to lock a kitten in jail. You're a bad kitty. You gotta be in jail.
But after playtime, all Munchie wanted to do was cuddle with me. Munchie is always in my business, always in my office. If Mom was doing something, she wants to do it too. I decided to get Munchie a backpack with a viewing dome on it so I can take her places with me. She loved her little backpack and even made a visit to Santa with it. But when she was in my truck, she wanted out so she can be with me.
She's like, about to grab this bubble, Dad. Get me out.
From that point on, Munchie would ride on my shoulder when I drove places. She literally just wanted to be with me in my truck.
What? Hi. You be my shoulder kitty?
Munchie really bonded with our other animals. Her favorite animal in this house is our terrier mix, Joby. They are literally best friends. By this point, I realized that Munchie and I have been through too much together. She was bonded to us and we were bonded to her. Although I promised my husband I wouldn't adopt any more rescue animals, I decided to become Munchie's mom forever. Today's the day Munchie gets adopted.
Munchie, say hi, Munchie. Are you ready? Are you ready, Munch?
She's been through a lot of stuff with us, and today is the day. I believe she is 13 weeks.
Munchie, Munch. We are on our way to go get adopted today. It's adoption day for Munchie, Munchie, Crunchy. Munchie, we're gonna go get adopted, okay? Come on, Munchie. Come on, babies. just got adopted. Say hi, Munchie. Hi, Munchie. Hey, baby girl.
Munchie made herself right at home with us.
My wife is in the refrigerator. What is this?
Munchie came in the fridge.
Really, Munchie? Get out of the refrigerator, Munchie. Get out of there.
No, all the good stuff's in here.
What are you doing, cat? Get out of there.
We still had one big challenge to overcome with Munchie, and that was to get her to eat dry cat food.
Eat, look, you got 6 different foods here. Come on, eat.
Nice story.
Eat, Munchie.
Maybe just skip to the part where you kidnap us.
Come on, show Mama you can eat some dry food.
I needed children, no older than 6, so that I could carry out the necessary training and augmentations. Obviously, they were too young to volunteer.
Come on,
Their
girl.
parents said,
You gotta eat one of these dry foods. We gotta figure it out, okay? Gotta figure it out.
The coolest thing about Munchie is she plays fetch. None of my fosters ever brought me a ball. None of my dogs ever brought me a ball. She will literally play fetch like a dog for an hour straight.
You guys are playing fetch? Oh, there she goes. She's playing fetch. Bring it back to Mom. There she goes to get it. Bring it to Mom.
Good girl, Munchie.
I'll admit it, I kind of went overboard and spoiled her so much. But she given us so much love and it's hard not to spoil her. Especially with those little fluffy cheeks.
Somebody's purring.
She's all, squeeze me.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just 2 hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be 2 hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass.
When Munchie turned 6 months, we started letting her have supervised playtime in the backyard. She loves the backyard. She loves climbing the big giant tree.
And what do we have here? Munchie's the king of the waterfall. Look at her. Huh. King of the waterfall. Oh, here she is. She's being a little jungle cat. Look at this. She thinks she's sneaky. Look at those evil eyes glowing. Look at those evil eyes glowing. Look at that incredible tail. Look how bushy that is. Munchie, get out of the tree. You're way up there, Munchie.
I love Munchie so much, I couldn't imagine life without her at this point. Munchie stole the hearts of my husband and all of our other cats and dogs. We all love her. She's such a ham. Huh, Munchie? You're such a ham, Munchie, huh? Yeah. You see these fluffy cheeks? Do you see these fluffy cheekies? Today, Munchie is turning 1 year old. You guessed it. We're celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday, Munchie. Munchie, why you being camera shy? Huh? Look at the camera, baby girl. Hey, I love you. Hey, hi, Munchie. You turned 1. I would personally like to thank Laura, Alexis, and Larry for taking on Munchie while we went out of town, had a few events in town, and when we went out of country. They were a tremendous help during Munchie's time, especially with her ringworm and with bottle feeding at the time.
Thanks for watching the Munchie movie.